Urgency. Do you understand urgency? I do as a basketball coach. To give a basketball reference or a coaching reference, if you've ever played a sport, you'll resonate with this. In the first half, if my team is down by 10, I don't really have that much urgency. It's okay, guys, you're doing fine. Keep it up, keep working hard. But if it's the fourth quarter and we're down by 10, well, I huddle them up, call a timeout, and say, listen up, boys. You got to play with urgency. Every loose ball matters. Everything counts. You can't take a play off. Urgency. Do you understand urgency? If you're a student and you have a test tomorrow, you have urgency. Right? Sometimes I mess with my students and I say, all right, class, listen up. We have a test today. Their heads would like whiplash with their curve. Panic over their face. Test today? Oh, I'm just kidding. But I got your attention now. So let me talk to you about this. They didn't like me very much when I did that, but I created urgency. If you're an adult with a job that has demanding customers, you understand urgency. If you've been on a long road trip and drink a lot of liquids, your bladder understands urgency. But do you have urgency for the gospel? For sharing the good news about Jesus? Sometimes I think we don't realize that Jesus could come back tomorrow. And yet we just go on living our life like there's always going to be a tomorrow. I don't know about that. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Many Christians sharing the gospel is not even on the radar. Many churches aren't evangelistic. Like they don't share their faith. They don't teach the people to share their faith. That's not true here. We do that at Life of Purpose. We want you to share your faith. You got to see it in the Bible. Go and make disciples. Oftentimes churches, the older they get, the more inward focused they get. Maybe you've been in a church that's a lot older. Not in terms of the age of the folks, but just a church that's been there a long time. It can turn inward, and it often does. The people only care about themselves and the programs that they have and their sacred cows and all of that kind of stuff, right? And they don't really care too much anymore about reaching out. But Jesus said, go and make disciples. 50-50. So the leadership of a church has to fight that inward pull and say, we gotta get out more, folks. We got to get out. We got to get out of our Nazareth. We got to get out of our bubble. We got to stop thinking so inward. What does our budget reflect? How much is going into outward ministry as opposed to inward ministry? Jesus said, go and make disciples. Do we share the gospel? Do we let them know that Jesus loves them, that God has a plan for their life? Do we do that on a daily basis? I tell you, my friends, it's the fourth quarter. And we need to live with some urgency. We need to be a church that does this on a regular basis.